I want to welcome all of you back for the 2016-2017 school year. Welcome back. It's going to be an incredible year. Before we get too far into our program, I just want to give quick thank yous to Lori Paul and our entire cafeteria staff for the breakfast this morning. Also want to introduce to you our school committee and honor guests up here. We have Mr. Bill Fonseca, chair of the school committee. We have Mr. Richard Ficero, a school committee member. Mrs. Deirdre Mayu, school committee member. Mr. Gregory Thompson, school committee member. President of the ELEA, Mr. Elio Gonzalez. And a special guest from whom you'll hear later, Ms. Alexi Cohan, class of 2014. And here to welcome you back on our first day of the 2016-2017 school year, Mr. Bill Fonseca, chair of the school committee.
Thank you. Good morning. I would first like to welcome everyone back and also a special welcome to our new employees. I hope everyone had a chance to enjoy the weather this summer, and hopefully it won't be as hot as it's been the past couple of days as we begin school tomorrow. This year we will continue to collaborate and partner with all of our families in order to provide the best instructional setting possible for everyone involved. And we need your help to do this. Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Because of your hard work and dedication to our students, tremendous progress has been made over the past few years. And for this, I want to thank you. Once again, welcome back, and I hope everyone has a good year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fonseca. And now a special welcome from the ELEA President, Elio Gonzalez.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome back. I learned one thing this summer, which was how to get teachers' attention on email during the summer. All you have to do is put in the subject, retirement workshop. I'll talk about that in just a moment. You know me, short, sweet, and to the point. First of all, those of you who took courses over the summer, make sure that you realize that tomorrow's your deadline for either turning your transcripts or requesting an extension. That only applies if your degree is changing as of this year. Second, I still have a few openings for the retirement workshop at Meadowbrook School. We'll be closing registrations on Friday. For those of you who are not eligible for that workshop, I heard you loud and clear over the summer. So I called the Hampden County Retirement Board, and they will be coming in March to work with all the paraprofessionals and other personnel who are in Hampden County. More details to come. The workshop is also free, and it will be sponsored by the ELEA and the East Long Meadow Secretaries Association. All right, that's it for the announcements. I do want to leave you with one thought for the day. Bill did it, so I need to do the same. The best teachers are those that show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. I want to wish you all the best, both personally and professionally. If you need help, you know where to find me. Have a great day. East Long Meadow is a great place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. And now we'd like to welcome our new staff and introduce our newest members of the ELPS family. So with that, we will start with Meadowbrook, our youngest school, and Mrs. Dakin.
Good morning. I hope you've all had an amazing summer. So our new staff, we have, I'd like to welcome Lori Barbeau. She's our new school nurse. Lori, if you could just stand up and just, thanks. Gilda Sanchez, grade 2 teacher. I feel guilty. I told her she had to give a little speech. Just kidding. Nicole St. Marie, she's a paraprofessional in our pre-K classroom. Bridget Ponte, she's a paraprofessional in our ASD classroom. And we're gonna welcome back Heather Quinn. She's coming back to us, paraprofessional in our ASD program. Heather, where are you? Okay, and Rachel Bell, she's a long-term substitute in our kindergarten classroom. And we have another welcome back. It's one-on-one nurse, Amy Hinchy. And I'd also like to welcome a one-on-one nurse, Teresa Giuliano. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mrs. Staken. And now we'll move to the Mountain View School and Mrs. Santinello.
Morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'd like to welcome our new grade 4 special education teacher, Patty Kurtanis. A new paraprofessional, Jessica Federici. I'd like to welcome to Mountain View, Shelby Marin. Also coming to us from Meadowbrook is Christina Nguyen. And I'd like to welcome back Cheyenne Catalfamo. Thank you. Have a great year.
Thank you, Mrs. Santinello. Now we'll move to Mapleshade, whom actually I believe is returning all of their staff. It's just no small feat, but welcoming someone from the district. Mr. Fredette, thanks.
Good morning, everyone. So it is wonderful to return our entire staff at Mapleshade. That's excellent. So we do have a transfer from the high school. We have Samantha Ruggiero. I hope I pronounced that correctly, so welcome, Samantha.
Thank you, Mr. Fredette. And now we'll move to Birchland Park Middle School and Dr. Allen.
Good morning, welcome back everybody. Very excited to be back. We have a long list this year, a lot of new paras especially. Yes, I'm on my tiptoes. A new school psych, Angela Peterson. New 8th grade learning center with us permanently now, Miss Kristen Bertelli. Intensive needs paraprofessional, Bianca Polk. A 6th grade all-year math teacher, Amanda Neeser. 8th grade inclusion paraprofessional, Charlene Jasha. A new RN in our intensive needs classroom, Jill Consolino. A new teacher in our intensive needs who came from Florida, God bless her, Christine Cal. A new 8th grade inclusion paraprofessional, Timothy Millette. Tiered reading paraprofessional, Colleen Kelly. Seventh grade inclusion paraprofessional, Joy Leaning. A new CNA, Jessica Frawley. And a welcome to the Birchland team to Angela Nannon.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. And now we move to the high school, and Dr. Flanagan will introduce her new staff members.
Welcome back, everybody. Every time I do this, I feel like I'm doing the NFL draft. For the first pick for East Long Meadow High School, Social Studies, we have Heather Burakevich. In the Science Department, we have Nikki McGilvray. In English, also an East Long Meadow resident, Jennifer Goggin. Long-term math sub for Regina Crane, Miss Brittany Moore. Sharing a position with our guidance staff is Shelby Smith, who's also an East Long Meadow High School graduate. Our new school psychologist just had a baby. She couldn't be here, but she'll be here September 19th. Her name is Joanna Miles. We have two new paras, one in our autism room, Dexter Davis. We also have a para in our inclusion classroom, Craig Presnell. And I said to my staff earlier, I love when this happens. One of our paras is actually a teacher in our building now, so I'm really proud of that. Her name is Stephanie Mailman. Wish she could stand up. She was here. Anyway, have a great year, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Flanagan. We have another round of applause for all our new employees. We're very excited to start the year with all of you. And as we embark on the new school year, the 2016-2017 school year, I want to congratulate all of you in this room for the incredible work that you collectively do and accomplish to support our students in their learning. Take just a moment with me to travel back in your minds to the early spring of the last school year when we shared out some incredibly impressive results our students had achieved in the last few years. When looking at the aggregate, our students over the last 5 years have shown great achievement and incredible growth. Using the state standards and measures, the East Long Meadow Public Schools have become a leader in the Lower Pioneer Valley Educational Collaborative and a leader among like districts across the state. And this is a tribute to the combined efforts and work of everyone in this room. You should celebrate this, and you should give yourselves a round of applause. More importantly, though, as we continue to work with each other and build on each other's ideas, we consistently provide our students authentic learning environments where they are stimulated, enthused, and engaged, building skills that are transferable to whatever may follow when they leave ELPS. This energy and skill building can be seen in some of the incredible writing activities that take place early on with our kindergartners. It is showcased in events like the International Night at Meadowbrook School. It is incredibly apparent in projects like the immigration simulation at Mapleshade. It is very evident in the Garden View Public Garden Project at Mountain View. It is portrayed perfectly in the Career Dimensions project that brought together social studies and the guidance departments at Birchland Park Middle School. And it is presented with poise and polish through the research in many different fields presented by our ELHS seniors in the senior project. And these are just a few examples of the incredible learning that goes on around ELPS on a daily basis. Engaging and energizing students. These are moments that demonstrate the unwritten common goal in all of our buildings to teach the whole child and engage all of our students in meaningful ways as we help them learn new content and skills. For we know what John Dewey once said is very true. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. Our work is showing fantastic results by any measure that we use or the state uses. This work will be further enhanced and supported as we learn the Mastery Connect system this school year. The information we consistently, year after year, look to uncover about our students' abilities and needs in order to plan better will be delivered faster, organized more effectively for us, and stored to provide a look at growth across time. It will help us build
on this great success we have recently celebrated. The information will help us continue to build lessons, units, and projects to meet students at their current point of learning, while maintaining a focus on engaging all students in meaningful ways. What we are doing in ELPS is working for all our students. As we continue to collaborate and answer the bell, build on each other's ideas, and build our understanding of how best to support, engage, and partner with our students, the learning environment improves for all of us. No single person has all the answers, but each person in this room contributes to our students' journey through the grades pre-K through 12. Let me say that again, because that's very important as we start the year. Each person in this room contributes to each of our students' journeys as they go through grades pre-K through 12. We live the recommendation that Woodrow Wilson once made. We should not only use the brains we have, but borrow all that we can. It is the collective effort that becomes the incredible support system for our students throughout their learning. There's no better way to begin the school year than to hear from someone who has experienced all that ELPS has to offer through the years. Alexi Cohan, right here, is an ELPS graduate from the class of 2014, who engaged all that ELPS had to offer and sought to benefit and grow from every experience. Now, as a junior at Hofstra University, Alexi continues to engage new opportunities and experience great success as a double major in journalism and Spanish. This summer, Alexi has worked for the Republican newspaper, and she has graciously offered to help us kick off the new school year and provide us with more insight into how our students experience the East Long Meadow Public Schools. We have a small video to help introduce Alexi. Mr. Mackey's going to help me get the sound system set up. Is that it? I think so. Okay.
Hello, I'm Alexi Cohan with LCAT News. We have breaking news to report today. East Long Meadow police say an arrest has been made in the case of numerous break-ins in East Long Meadow and throughout Western Massachusetts. LCAT has been right by the system for 7 years. Just days after violent riots broke out in Baltimore due to the death of Freddie Gray, supporters and protesters remain outside of City Hall. The scene, however, is much calmer and quieter with no threat of outbreak or violence. Brendan Lee was named Hometown Hero due to his influential role in the public education system. He says education in Baltimore is key in avoiding dangerous police brutality situations.
Until they allow people like myself to really get in and really show the children that it's a different way.
Baltimore is currently recovering as a state of emergency has been lifted. Residents continue to search for peace, understanding, and justice.
For Newsline, I'm Alexi Cohan.
Without further ado, please help me welcome Alexi Cohan, class of 2014.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here today. You know, when I went to school here, everyone always said to sit in the front, and I see a lot of people in the back. I don't know, you teachers aren't much different than us. But just like the rest of you, I'm trying to squeeze every last second out of my summer, so I'll try to be brief. When Gordon Smith asked me to speak at Convocation today about how going through the East Long Meadow public school system helped me to become a successful college student, I was thrilled because I truly owe so much to every teacher, principal, paraprofessional, bus driver, custodian, and office staff member here. Going through the East Long Meadow public school system, I was very active in and out of the classroom, and the knowledge that I took from kindergarten all the way up to senior year of high school has stuck with me to form my future career in journalism. I still have distinct memories from school from when I was 5 or 10 years old. I now know that going through each level of school was easily one of the most formative parts of my life, and I know that without a doubt, if I had not gone to school in East Long Meadow, I would not be on the same path that I am today. With the help of East Long Meadow Public Schools, over the years I enjoyed playing sports, writing for the school newspaper, anchoring LCAT News, participating in Spartanum, and completing my senior project. In Meadowbrook, Mapleshade, and Birchland, I remember looking forward to English classes and any time spent reading or listening to stories. Although I didn't see it until high school, all of these memories definitely added up to a career in journalism. In fact, a small anecdote I'd like to share with you guys comes from first grade. We had an activity called Writer's Workshop. We wrote our own original stories and we illustrated them. I did not like Writer's Workshop. I needed special motivation from my teachers and my classmates just to get going. However, I remember that my first grade teacher, Mrs. Rinaldi, told me that one day I'd come back to her class when I was older and thank her for Writer's Workshop. Well, she was right. It took 13 years, but I am back. Thank you, Mrs. Rinaldi, for Writer's Workshop. Because now the entire basis of my major is writing, and it's all I ever do. So in high school, I took advantage of classes inside and outside of the class as well, and if it weren't for the supporting and encouraging environment that followed me through each step of school, I would not have had the confidence to play high school sports, edit the school newspaper, work, participate in Spartanum, or write a monthly column for a Spanish language newspaper. I realized in high school that I had both a passion and a talent for journalism and Spanish. It's no doubt that the East Long Meadow Public Schools helped me to develop strong language skills. I have fond memories of writing, television production, and Spanish classes. I wholeheartedly threw myself into volunteering at LCAT as I was interviewing, editing, writing, reporting, and anchoring the news. Many of the people I was interviewing were you in this room, especially Mr. Smith. And this is where I found my passion for journalism. Later in high school, I found myself putting the same amount of effort into my Spanish classes as I took what I learned in class and tirelessly searched for ways to use it in the real world. I can now say I speak the language fluently. I had the amazing privilege to leave high school knowing what I wanted to do with my life, something that a lot of 18-year-olds don't know. This is what I'm most grateful for from all of you. From kindergarten to senior year, I was encouraged in a helpful environment that fostered learning. I was taught to explore my ideas because my teachers noticed things that I loved and they built upon those things. I never truly noticed just how excellent of an education I received until I went to college at Hofstra. There I met kids who did not receive the level of education that I did. I met kids that had no credits from AP classes because their high schools didn't offer them. I met kids who weren't involved in clubs or sports because their school didn't have them. And I met kids who often went to private school because their public school system was not up to par. But here in East Long Meadow, somebody was always there. A bus driver was at my door to pick me up for school when I was a little kid. And a custodian was at the high school at 6 p.m. when I wrapped the taping of the news and forgot a book in my locker. A member of the office staff was there when I had to bring in notes or get things signed, and teachers were always there when I had an extra question with homework. If all of these factors didn't combine to create a constructive public school experience, would I have gotten into Hofstra or even applied there? I'm not sure. I immediately excelled at college due to the confidence I gained as a student going through school here. I'm in the Honors College, and I also have a job working there. I write for the school newspaper, and I'm live on air for our radio and television station. Last summer, I interned for New York Minute magazine, and this summer I'm writing for the Republican newspaper while working at a bilingual daycare in Springfield. This year at school, I'll be president of the Hofstra Society of Professional Journalists, and I have the privilege of reporting on our first presidential debate because it's being held at Hofstra. We all know the candidates. We can talk about that a different time. The highlight of my college experience, though, was last semester because I spent it studying abroad in Granada, Spain. I traveled through several different European cities and countries. I took 15 credits, all in Spanish, and lived with a host family. I also volunteered with local students to help them learn English. When I graduate, I hope to find a job working as a bilingual journalist in broadcast news. To say thank you to everyone here simply is not enough, but it will have to do for now. I'd like to encourage our school system to continue to urge their students to seek out their passions, especially outside of the classroom, and to urge them to gain real-world experience in whatever they need before graduating. I'd like to encourage our school system to begin foreign language education earlier in a student's life and to allow students to shape their own education with the help of their educators. I cannot be more grateful for the quality of education I received here, and it is something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. Every single person, no matter the job within the school system, has a lasting impact that can shape a student's life. I know it will continue to be a good one for all students. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure I can add to that. That's an incredible message to start a school year. So one more round of applause for Ms. Alexi Cohen. And before we let you go, I just want you to know that we'll continue to support and partner with all of you to make what Alexi just talked about happen this year, and we'll continue to build on the success. Good luck for the 2016-2017 school year.